In this next video, we're going to be joining Greene County Sheriff Office as these deputies are in pursuit of a fugitive from justice. This individual or this suspect had a ankle bracelet on his knees, on his ankle, and he had missed his court date, and he has to remove his ankle device, and the local law enforcement in that area has got a warning that this device has been removed. And so now we're going to be joining these officers in Greene County, which is Springfield, Missouri, as they pursue this particular suspect. This is going to be a really wild and crazy chase. So hang on to your hats, put your seatbelt on, strap in. This is a wild and crazy chase, and you have been forewarned, and real discretion is advised. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this video. And it looks like we're going to be joining Greene County Sheriff Office in Springfield, Missouri. We are riding along with Deputy Travis Skinner as he are in pursuit of a fugitive from justice. Suspect has obviously missed a court date, and he had a ankle bracelet, which he has taken the device off, and he is now fleeing from these law enforcement officers. And Officer Travis Skinner of the Greene County Sheriff Office in pursuit of this suspect.
There is no Greene, Kansas, speed 50. We are still eastbound, running speeds 60, traffic moderate. There's still eastbound Greene. Running from where? Broadway, eastbound, speed 70. Clear speed 70, eastbound Greene, Broadway. We are passing Rams, still eastbound. Someone advised the unit needs charges and the situation. We are eastbound running near speed 80. Traffic moderate still. Charges going once. He also just carjacked a guy as well. Can you repeat that fast? This car? Yeah, he just stole that car from someone. We're eastbound running, approaching one zone. Speeds 80. Clear right, left stop, still eastbound, speeds 80. Speeds are now down to 60, still moderate. And we are southbound to lower. There's southbound Weller. Stay down to traffic. Speeds are 45. Still southbound Weller. And we will be eastbound line, direction westbound line. Still right. Approaching 1 Approaching 1 southbound 1 30 southbound 1 in Dale. Back up to moderate traffic. Moderate traffic. We're approaching commercial, and we'll be southbound from commercial on west side. Southbound commercial west side. Traffic is increasing. Moderate to heavy. Speeds 60. Clear traffic increasing speed to 60. We'll be south from Division. South Division. West South Division. southbound called in at 9-1, saying you want clear southbound, clear south, clear Seminole. The person being chased is called in saying that he wants officers to turn into pursuer is going to intentionally wreck or threaten suicide by cop. Southbound was clear sunset.
And once again, you are viewing a pursuit in progress. Greene County Sheriff Office in pursuit of a fugitive from justice. And this is the dash cam from Deputy Travis Scanner of the Greene County Sheriff Office. The fugitive has failed to meet the court date, and he ran a ankle bracelet, and he took the device off of his ankle, and law enforcement officers become aware of the removal of the device, and they spotted suspect and in pursuit.
Heavy traffic, Battlefield, Delaware, westbound. Traffic now moderate, continuing west, through Fremont. Clear westbound, still Fremont, Battlefield. We're approaching National. Clear approaching National. Continue westbound, Battlefield, through National. Clear westbound, National, Battlefield, 50. Traffic moderate to heavy. Clear, Kimber. Clear approaching Kimber. Sorry, you didn't take in contact to Southern Hershey and close. Clear west through Kimber, speed 80, traffic light. Clear westbound through Kimber, speed 80. Clear west through Jefferson, approaching Campbell, speeds 40. Light to moderate traffic. Clear Campbell, Battlefield, still westbound. Level drag, Battlefield, clear southbound, Campbell. Clear southbound at Campbell. Clear southbound, Campbell, light to moderate traffic, speed 60. Clear, still southbound, Campbell, 101. Clear approaching 101. Will be westbound to 101. Light traffic, speed 40. Clear westbound 101 Campbell, speed 40. We'll be back northbound on Dayton. Clear northbound on Dayton from 101. Hurry up, guys. Let me around.
And Captain Lynn is obviously TVI certified. TVI is a vehicle tactical procedure, usually called the pit. And he's moving in places trying to conduct the pit maneuver on this vehicle. And most states all of the officers are certified to conduct a pit maneuver. Obviously in Missouri, I had to have a specialized person. In this case, it had to be a captain.
Call
Falls Tuxedo, Battlefield. Low traffic, pedestrian vehicle.
They're going across that field on Battlefield.
Next one for Barnwell. Southbound 4.
They're now southbound Fort and Battlefield. Heading eastbound on Battlefield from Fort. 635 and that primary, 605 and that primary. On the secondary, traffic point, speed 65. Clear back eastbound Battlefield Fort.
This is the dash cam from Sheriff Deputy Dakota Inlow.
They go down Kansas from Battlefield. Traffic flag. Clear line traffic. They're approaching Woodland north on Kansas, speed 670. Traffic flag fire. They Woodland in Kansas southbound. Southbound on Woodland from Kansas. From the Harbor Port. Traffic is like nothing. They went down Woodland Honors. Here, let me around him again. They're going to be approaching Austin. Traffic is still white. Speed 45. They're approaching Austin, Woodland. Southbound Austin, north Battlefield. There's no anyone to bring me.
611 secondary road, southbound Austin, approaching Battlefield.
They southbound Austin, approaching Battlefield.
Going westbound on Battlefield, traffic moderate.
They got westbound Battlefield, moderate traffic.
609, we're still westbound, we're approaching Scenic, speed 67, moderate traffic.
67, approaching Scenic. Traffic southbound.
609, he's continuing westbound on Battlefield, there's Scenic, moderate traffic, speeds 40.
They still westbound Scenic, no.
Westbound Battlefield, we're Scenic, we're going to be approaching Oakland.
Clear approaching Holman on Battlefield.
609 is still westbound, approaching Golden, speed 60, forward traffic.
Clear approaching Golden, still westbound moderate traffic. Take those 7, just be advised, the subject keep coming at 901, making cuts.
609, he's still westbound, he's in oncoming traffic. Passing bridge, you can be approaching a bridge.
They're going to bridge Battlefield, westbound.
He's in the right lane of travel, still westbound, speed 70, we have moderate traffic.
Clear 70, smart traffic.
Still westbound, speeds 85, approaching bypass.
They're westbound speed 85, approaching westbound down Southfield.
He's going to be northbound bypass from Battlefield, we have moderate traffic.
They go down westbound down Southfield.
Northbound bypass, approaching 156, speeds 77.
Clear speed 77, approaching Speed 90, northbound, flat out, approaching Sunshine. There's Speed 90, approaching left by pass, Sunshine, Florida.
Space to deploy the unsuccessfully.
Flight to 146, flight to 146. Northbound, westbound, coming up the mountain running, speed to 100. Clear northbound, westbound, pass over, and speed to 100. Number 2 lane is slowing down to 90. Number 2 lane slowing to 90. 600, get up to 1.
Looks like we had an unsuccessful pit maneuver.
Up to Golden, speed 65, number 1 line. They're going to take Golden, 35, 650, 11 around here. Go to number 2. Three southbound, on through field. He's going across the land, going back on to Carney.
Unbelievable. This is what you call a super criminal. traffic doesn't stop for emergency vehicles. Watch out. Boy, this guy here a real nutcase. And once again, you are viewing another episode of Patrol and Performance. Again, we are joining Greene County Sheriff Office in pursuit of a fugitive from justice. Greene County is going to be Springfield, I believe, Springfield, Missouri. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay. What's wrong with this female? Unbelievable, by time. Wow, he just went through the gate?
Sure. jump through a fence, we are back towards whatever street is back on the east here. They jump through a fence. Southbound Concord High, Third Alley. They southbound Concord High, Third Alley.
So watch out, watch out.
Get started out. Brandon, there you go. Brandon, boys up. Brandon, Ondale. He's straight out. Say, what's up, Brandon?
Find a guy in the corner. Unbelievable.
There is a vehicle hit to the fence down here.
Subject is detained.
35, 36 minutes. And once again, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And I'm your host, John Jaff. And as you just witnessed in this video, it was definitely a wild and crazy pursuit. This pursuit lasted about 35 minutes in Greene County, Missouri, by the local county sheriff, Greene County Sheriff. It's actually the Springfield, Missouri area. And so this individual looks, I think, a white male. He obviously has had some problems with justice, that he had to wear a ankle bracelet. And usually when they assign to you or place on you an ankle bracelet, it's because they are trying to keep you out of jail or out of prison. And so they give you this ankle bracelet, which allows you to go about your daily living, to whereby you can continue to go home and go in and out of your house. You can continue to work as long as you have this ankle bracelet on your ankle and you do not tamper with it. If you tamper with it by trying to remove it or try to manipulate it, then you're going to get the all might of law enforcement officer that are ready to respond, usually called a fugitive unit. And they're going to respond, and when they respond, they're going to respond in a hurry. And so obviously this is what happens in this particular video. You had this individual had an ankle bracelet and he removed it from his ankle. And the signal has went out to Greene County Sheriff Office. And the sheriff office are usually the agency that handles these court type of cases. And so they got into a chase with this individual, which lasts about looked like over 35 minutes. And as you can see in the video, this was really a wild and crazy pursuit. Any other state, I think, that was in such a pursuit, they would have stopped it simply by conducting what you call a TVI, or better known as a pit maneuver. And a pit maneuver is when they tap the rear end of your vehicle with their takedown bumper on the patrol unit, and thereby spinning you out of control. And most of these average drivers, when they get into such a spin, when they get out of control like this individual did in this video, they usually are not able to recover from a pit maneuver. You got some that do, but it's very rare that they're able to recover. The average driver just doesn't have that kind of training or experience to know what to do in such a situation. But this particular driver, suspect, he had a pickup truck. And if you're wondering why these different law enforcement agencies why they have pickup trucks, UVs, Dodge Chargers, Mustangs. Some of them even have Hellcats and Challengers. So they try to mimic what society has, which is the average society. Now, they're not going to mimic those of you that are very wealthy and you can afford a car like a Corvette or Lamborghini, Porsche, or Ferrari, these high dollar end cars. Because what they could pay for a high dollar car, they can probably get 3 to 10 patrol units. So that's not going to happen. But at the same time, for those of you that have this criminal mindset, it's basically impossible to outrun a radio. And I always say, you're trying to get away from this officer in the back of you. Maybe it's 2 or 3 of them in the back of you that are in pursuit, not realizing there's probably about another 10 in front of you. And they are setting up a strategic tactical movement in order to get you stopped. And that could include spike procedures, whereby they throw out spikes and flatten your tires. Simply because most vehicles nowadays, they have, most vehicles are average vehicle. If you have something like a Corvette, a Porsche, a high-end dollar vehicle, then you have what you call run flat on your vehicle. And run flats, they do not go down if they get punctured or they have a blowout. They usually don't. They're not going to blow out, for one, and two, if you get a flat, you can still travel and get to the nearest tire shop, mechanical shop, or what have you. But most vehicles do not have run flats. Run flats are very expensive to have too on your vehicle. Being a Corvette driver myself, my tires often cost me $550 to $700, maybe $800, and that's a piece. That's each tire, and that's not including the installation and balancing and front end alignment. So basically, I had to take my car back to the dealership, simply because most mechanical shops, tire shops, or what have you, are not wanting to take on the responsibility of repairing a car like that. So those of you that have average vehicles and you think it's a good deal to run from these officers, you are gravely mistaken. Not only can you end up with a crashed vehicle, your vehicle was going to be seized. And I always say it's better to just hire yourself a lawyer and have your day in court and fight this in court, not on the side of the highway. The side of the highway is not going to do it. You can end up with a busted nose, busted head. You can be shot by an overzealous officer. So the side of the highway is not the place to fight. And I just can't stress this enough to average everyday citizens. If you feel like the officer was in the wrong and you do get arrested, go ahead and let the man go through the process. And by the time he get you downtown and get you booked in, as long as you haven't committed a felony like murder or robbery or assault first degree or what have you, you probably can be out of there within an hour. You have bail bondsmen that they often are at the city jail looking for businesses. And most of the time, it don't take no more than 10% of whatever your bond is set at in order for you to get out. And if you got a little minor offenses, your bond might be set at $500. Disorderly conduct, your bond might be set at $100. You just pay 10% whatever it is your bond is. So don't let these officers scare you as though your life is going to be taken from you simply because they want to take you to jail. Our criminal justice system has different layers of it, different branches, and no one branch runs or controls everything. The only one that does that is the president. But a local law enforcement agency, or whether it be city, county, state, even federal, they all too do not have control one over the other, including the jail. So a regular police officer, a deputy sheriff, or a trooper, they threaten you with jail, but they don't control the jail. The jail is a totally different system. That's why the personnel inside the jail are called correctional officers. So it all just depends on the amount of room available and the severity of the crime that you committed, whether or not you're going to be staying a long time. And usually, like I said, if it's a minor traffic offense, you're not going to be in there that long. I have arrested people, and at the end of my shift, I had to go back downtown and turn in my paperwork, especially if I rolled out some tickets. I had to turn in reports, tickets. I had to go to the magistrate office to get the ticket sworn in. Just like you go before a judge and hold your hand up and you swear everything you're saying is the truth and nothing but the truth. When these officers write you a traffic citation, before they get off in the morning, they get off at 8 o'clock. Probably take them about another hour to get clear to where he can go home, simply because he has to wind down. If he hadn't finished his reports, he had to finish his report, and he had to get these citations sworn in by standing before an individual that is called a magistrate. And so police work is a never-ending job. You're always on duty, even when you're off duty, and you're subject to be called in. So don't let the threat of jail get you all upset to where you feel like you'd have to go and just fight and put everybody else at risk while you try to get away from these officers. Because they're going to catch you by any means necessary and bring you to justice. And when you do this like this individual did in this video, you only made things much worse. So now instead of he going in and signing his paperwork and leaving, no, he ain't leaving. He might be in jail now 6 months, or a year, 2 years. If it's even longer, he might do prison time. And when you have to do prison time, that's the big boy league. And so shout out to Greene County deputies and Missouri State Patrol for finally bringing this pursuit to a conclusion. And the reason why it took them so long to bring this to a conclusion is simple because everybody does not have the same policy concerning a TVI, which is a pit maneuver. And so obviously not all Missouri officers are certified to conduct a pit maneuver, not like the state of Georgia, Florida, and Arkansas. Each one of those officers are qualified to conduct a pit maneuver. In Missouri, they're not. They actually had to bring out a captain that was certified to conduct a pit maneuver. And even when he tried, he failed. And so once again, shout out to the Missouri law enforcement officer for finally bringing this idiot to justice. And shout out to also